They sure seem to know what's going on, don't they? Didn't take a lot of encouragement. Anyway guys, excuse the hair. Welcome back to the channel. Why are we running sheep off speeds again when, even though he's behind the flax bush, Big Yella is shining? Obviously last video we ran them off because we were worried about things getting a bit wet. Yeah, not the case this time. We are pregnancy scanning, so finding out whether our ewes are in lamb, and if they are, whether they have 1, 2 or 3, and unfortunately the scanner man is now telling us if they have 4 lambs inside them. Next thing they'll be telling us when there's 5. Thankfully there's not very many of them. Anyway, yeah, we've got to have them on grass 24 hours before we put them off feed. So they've been on Swedes. They can't be on, they've got to be off Swedes 48 hours before the scanner man sees them, because the Swedes have just got such a high water content, his little probe thing can't see through where it needs to see. So they get grass for a day, then they'll go in the yards for a day, and they'll be emptied out. Yeah, so they'll stay on this paddock for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, and then that one down there's still got a pick on it. I want to save this grass, yeah, so they can make sure they're full up here. They'll still be full when they come off that in the morning. They'll get enough to get them going, and then in the morning we'll fire everything in the yards. So yeah, anyway, one more mob to get off. Also got another job on today, which is crutching these ewe lambs. Should be 325ish there, because there's 315 just there we did yesterday, so fingers crossed. Anyway, now that they're out of the road, we can let them into here. Yeah, they need that grass. I need that grass saved, but they need that grass so they can have it. Two are in the yards. Now the light ewes are making their way in nice and calmly. Very calmly actually. Looking quite happy after a night on grass. Hey still, what do you reckon? Hey? Your funny eyes. Hey? You watching those sheep? Are they doing the right thing? Wee hoagie's heading back across the road. Provided they find their gateway before they'll head up the road. Now there we go. One's through. Yeah, so everything's in over there for scanning. There's 700 outside, That back paddock, there's about 140 in that wee pen. Another 600 just there, and then 550 under the roof. So yeah, all set for the morning. Guys, it is currently 6:40ish, and we are good to go. Just waiting on the scanner man to turn up. So we've got 550 odd here under the roof. You can barely sort of see them. And just over there's another 160, 70 odd. I'll mix those terminals up with those light turtles, so they'll be right. Then out the back we've got 600 turtles, 620 hopefully, and then 700 mixed ewes way out in the holding section. So anyway, here they are. First mob done, way too many triplets, but it is what it is, so twins and singles there. Turtles are done, far more respectable number, 172. So yeah, first mob out of what, 530, we had 99 sets of triplets. And that mob out of 610 or something, we only had maybe 25. So yeah, far better numbers. All done and dusted by 1 o'clock. So that's bloody good, all done and dusted, and we've come up at 188%. So I'm going to grill at that. That's really good. 4,200 and something lambs in the ewes we've got. So the only challenge now is trying to make as many of those survive to sale as we possibly can. There's a lot of things we can do there, and there's a lot of things that are out of our control as well. Weather, and more weather. So yeah, we shall see. But anyway, good result. Well, these girls are sure eager to get back to their crop paddock. That is cool to see. So there was 707 in this mob. There is now 80, I think it's 80 on the dot, less than that, because the triplets that are out. Oh, there'll be 3 or 4 dries as well. Might be close to 90, 85ish. Yeah, so whatever that comes to. So whether we make those breaks a bit smaller or whether we just start feeding them a little bit better, we need to work out. I'm thinking we might make them a bit smaller. We'll just hold them at their a little bit over maintenance ration they're currently on, but we'll just, yeah, when we get to August, we'll see how that goes. Might have a little bit of room to open them up a little bit more. I don't think so, but yeah, either way they'll be getting enough. There they go, back into their break with heaps of feed on it. Yep, should see them right for 3 or 4 days. And this right here is where they came off for a day of grass before they go into the yards. They have no feed. So I think the triplet ewes can come here and tidy this up because there'll be 3 or 4 days here for them. There's only roughly 200 in that mob. So yeah, that should be sweet. That'll see them there. Then I have a strange feeling they might go up to the earliest paddocks and just have 2 or 3 days in each one just to get a bit more time out of them. There's a lot of grass up there and we've got to get this right. And I think keeping them off these paddocks for a bit longer is doing that right, because they've only really got 1, 2, 3, that one's massive with a lot of feed in it, 4 paddocks with a lot of grass on them. We are going to have enough crop to get a bit further through than I first thought, which is good, but we're still tight, and yeah, we sort of need to make every blade of grass count right now. So yeah, I think that's the plan. Triplets in now. Got a wee few here too. So these here are in lamb to a south down, and those there are in lamb to a Romney, apart from the turus, which are the short-walled ones, which I can't see any of. I think there was 12. There's not many anyway. You guys might be able to see something there. Yeah, anyway, we're just going to see how it pans out. Look guys, we've had sort of an economic turnaround, I guess you'd say, and it's not the right way. We've had some reasonably good years in years gone by. We haven't really put a lot of cash in the bank. We've capitalised on it. We've spent a lot of money where money needed to be spent, upgraded a lot of gear that needed upgraded, a little bit of development and R&M and stuff. But we've also been spending money to make money in a way that moving forward, for a year or so anyway, might actually be spending money to not make money, possibly even to lose money. So we're tightening up on things a little bit. One of the things we're looking at doing possibly is putting more sheep to a terminal ram. We've sort of stretched it out a fair bit this year unless we have a really good lambing. And what that means is the vast majority of those ewes have Romney lambs in them, and we may need to keep replacement lambs out of those, which is fine. We probably do need to identify them, but we probably won't. We haven't kept replacements from triplets through fear of them having triplets, because we don't want more triplets, we want less triplets. Yeah, but those few that have got terminals are to a Pole Dorset or a South Down, which are very easily identifiable, so shouldn't be an issue. But we were going to put a mark on their head or something just to identify them, keep them separate at lambing, but I've just let them go, so it looks like that's not happening. Tutu's starting to head across the road, hopefully across and not up or down, just because, sit down still, sit. These 3 decided they didn't want to play ball, so I had to come back and get them. They should be right, they know where they're going over there. There they go, heading back on. Not much left over there, but there is a bit. But they'll be getting a shift, I would say, tomorrow. Maybe the next day, but we'll see what's in there tomorrow. They'll be pretty hungry, so I would say they'll be keen to get over there and eat some Swedes. Yeah. Oh guys, phone died yesterday, sorry. We ran out of battery. That's alright. It's been a big day. Snapchat used a lot of power. Anyway, cattle, fed, cool. Stairs have been good. The heifers over the other side did actually manage to break out this morning. They broke one of the high tensile wires. I was not very happy with that, but we got them back in. They hadn't done much damage. Last mob that I never got to show you is yesterday, where we got back on crop. Well, here they are, back on crop. Baleage, heaps of Swedes. Yep, top of the hill. So they're going to move that way, and it's a bit complicated what's going to happen at the other end. We'll talk about that later on. Anyway guys, yeah, great result. What did it work out? 188%. 187.7 I think. We call that 188, do we? Scanning across the whole farm. I think we're pretty happy with that. So yeah, low dries, triplets are up there but at a manageable level I think. Yeah, I don't think we could have hoped for a better result than that really. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there. We'll get the hoggets on crop in the next video. Yeah, catch you later guys.